This challenge has been, civilization as we know it is probably 15 or 25,000 years old. Most of the damage was done in the last 100 years, and it's our problem, unfortunately, to find the solutions. So how did we get here? We don't have enough time to get into that, but when you think about cars and roads, we build them and then we tax people for getting into congestion areas. We charge them money for parking and so on and so forth because we don't want them to drive cars. We've exhausted completely our water resources, mismanaged our water resources. Now we have to worry about how to treat and what are we throwing back into the rivers. We threw things in landfills, and now we have to deal with remediation, contamination, and so on and so forth. And mostly we've been burning fossil fuel as if it's an endless resource, and now we have to create carbon mechanism to reduce it, and we have to create incentives for using green energy, and so on and so forth. So this whole system is unbelievably dysfunctional. So our approach, I started a company with a friend of mine 2 years ago called Greenea, and we are leveraging the 6 years experience we had in Abu Dhabi, where we undertook the crazy challenge at the time to do a zero carbon city and create a portfolio of clean energy solutions around the world. So our approach is to we have to look at all these solutions together. Most governments look at, and corporate look at piecemeal solutions, how to create an incentive to have more solar or more wind. What do I do about waste? Do I gasify it, or do I do a feed? Do I do a tipping fee, and so on and so forth? So our approach is to approach renewable energy sources, energy efficiency, water, waste, transport, and food production together. So what we do works when we get involved very, very early, even before the master plan. So our vision for the future to solve these challenges is to create these islands that have a zero carbon footprint and zero impact on the environment, whether it's waste, water, or carbon, or whatever. And then link the dots. Lawrence was talking about linking the dots. We want to link those islands of knowledge into a contagious effect that will spill over and encourage everyone to do it. And we started seeing that happening in Abu Dhabi after we launched our project. Within a year, we saw pretty much every other country in the neighborhood launching their own variation of green city or green this or green that, to the point where they made it out of fashion. So coming back to why we're here, I think with the support of Mayor Chen and the government, we have an opportunity to make Han1 that island. And I think it's an ideal platform where we can demonstrate how an eco-community can be designed, can be built, and can be managed. First and foremost, we look at the strategy of the project. We don't look at it as a real estate project. We look at it as an economic diversification project, worrying first about jobs, job creation, and then housing, and then safety. What we're proposing is a win-win for the government, legislators, businesses, entrepreneurs, the farmers, the scientists, and the investors. Everybody has something to benefit. People want to work, and they want to live in a healthy environment, and they want to play. And when you provide all three of them, you get a happy eco-community.